What a classic intro. Welcome, this is my playthrough of Pokemon Red. I was actually kind of feeling a little bit nostalgic for playing Pokemon, so I figured, hey, why not just record me playing through all of the Pokemon games? And when I say all, I literally mean all. Well, mainline games at least. So I'm playing through Red, and after this, I'm playing through Blue, and then Yellow, then Gold, Silver, Crystal. Like, I'm playing all of the games. It also gives me an opportunity to actually have a diverse team, because usually when I play a generation of Pokemon, it's basically just one game, usually. Maybe two, like Ruby and Emerald. That's what I played. I never played Sapphire. I actually never played Blue either. I never played Gold. I always played one of the two of the original base set games, and then always the third version. So it's actually pretty cool. I've never really had a very diverse team when playing through Pokemon, so this gives me an opportunity to do that. So yeah, let's get into it. Of course, I'm putting everything at the best option. I'm actually doing set for battle style. I actually prefer that. Let's do it. And I'm going to be reading everything. I'm going to be looking through everything. Even when I get to later generations, I also want to get into features that a lot of people really don't go through when they play the game. Say when I get to Heart Gold Soul Silver at some point, I actually want to go and do the Pokeathlon and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Prof or Professor. They didn't have room for that. This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? Now, actually, the name that I'm going with is the name that they have, in the series. So I'm gonna just be Red. Red. Right, so your name is Red. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What is his name again? Blue, but I would pick Green. I would, because that's his original name. I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to pick Green, and then when I'm playing Blue, I'm gonna still be Red, and then the rival will be called Blue. I guess I'll do the opposite, so I'm just gonna be... Yeah, should I be Blue? Yeah, I'm just gonna be Blue. I think I'll do Green for Pokemon Blue. That's right, I remember now. His name is Blue. Red. Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. I'm pretty sure you have an NES here, or a Famicom in the original Red and Green. By the way, I would play Red and Green if it wasn't for the fact that I just can't get a translated version, a reliable translated version for the games. I would do it, but, I just can't. Red is playing the SNES. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a regular Famicom originally, wasn't it? SNES was only in the... Was it actually in Japanese Blue where you have an SNES? Okay, time to go. I'm pretty sure in Red and Green it was a Famicom. Maybe in Japanese Blue it was a Super Nintendo or Super Famicom. Of course, getting the potion, always do that. There's the potion. Now in terms of my starter choice, dude, listen. I have been thinking about it actually, and it's kind of tough because I want to be thematically consistent with the game. So of course I am Red, so I should have a Charmander. Blue has a Squirtle, so, But at the same time, man, I'll get to it when I get to the starters. Right, all boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Professor Oak next door is looking for you. On TV, there's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. Yeah, in the Japanese version, it's different too. Do these say something? Yeah, crammed full of Pokemon books. Okay. This is definitely nostalgic. I love this game. This is great. A thing that I really appreciate about Generation 1 is just the freedom that it offers to you. Basically, after you deliver Oak's parcel, you're just kind of done with it, With the hand holding and the plot always interrupting, maybe with the exception of some Team Rocket stuff here and there, and of course like the people in the gates stopping you from going anywhere, but in terms of like stopping you otherwise, it doesn't really happen in Red and Blue. I like the freedom it offers you compared to later generations, although Gen 2 and to a lesser extent 3 keeps that freedom, so that's nice. Red's house. I'm raising Pokemon too. When they get strong, they can protect me. It's cool. And this is of course Blue's house. Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon as data via PC. Always this guy in basically every single hometown, except for I think Newbark. I think at Gen 2 he's not there because of course the technology guy is still in Pallet Town in Gen 2. Oak Pokemon Research Lab. Let's go in here. I study Pokemon as Professor Oak's aide. I study Pokemon as Professor Oak's aide. Basically the same dialogue, forgot about that. Professor Oak is the authority on Pokemon. Many Pokemon trainers hold him in high regard. Yo, Red, Gramps isn't around. There's an email message here. Calling all Pokemon trainers. The elite trainers of Pokemon League are ready to take on all comers. Bring your best Pokemon and see how you rate as a trainer. Pokemon League HQ, Indigo Plateau. P.S. Professor Oak, please visit us. Alright. It's by the way, encyclopedia-like, but the pages are blank. I think it's funny that it's called the Pokédex in English because, you know, that implies index. But it's an encyclopedia. Well, that's because in the original version, it's actually a guide, I believe. Pokemon Zukan, which is like a guide or something along those lines, like an illustrated guide, which makes a lot more sense with the whole encyclopedia thing there. Those are Pokeballs. They contain Pokemon. Pretty sure they say the same thing for everything. Yeah. I don't have to bother looking at that one. Still full of books here. Let me go to Blue's house, because I know I'll get a bit of different dialogue before the whole acquiring of that map. Hey Red, Blue is out at Grandpa's lab. A town map. Yeah, so here you're able to look at the town map. That's pretty nice. I'm not able to go to the right though. Huh. Do you just click up all the time? Yeah, you just press up all the time and you just continue. Huh. Is this basically the order the game wants you to... Yeah, it's basically the order the game wants you to play it in because I just keep pressing up. Power plant is after the Indigo Plateau, huh? Odd. They want you to go to the power plant post-game? Interesting. I'm pretty sure you're able to get Zapdos pre-post-game, right? Alright. It's interesting that basically, I guess you can look at that town map and be like, okay, this is how Game Freak wants me to play the game. And I'm not playing a Game Boy Color version, I'm playing it monochrome, by the way. Hey, wait, don't go out! It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. I mean, you basically leave me no option. I have to do that. I have to go out in the tall grass for this to spawn. You know, for this event to happen. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Blue, let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Red. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha. They're inside the Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. In my old age, I have only 3 left, but you can have 1. Choose. Hey, Gramps, what about me? Be patient. Blue, you can have 1 too. Heh, I don't need to be greedy like you. Go ahead and choose, Red. Now, Red, which Pokemon do you want? Here's the thing. For thematic consistency, right, because I'm Red, I should choose Charmander, but I'm just going to say this outright. Charizard is the worst out of the 3 starters to use for a Let's Play. Easy. Because in red, blue, and yellow, right, in Generation 1, Charizard's special attack is based on what would later be a special defense. So in Generation 2, Charizard actually got a massive buff in stats. So Charizard is actually the worst, and besides, you don't get like Flamethrower at all until I believe level 46, I think it was. And Venusaur is actually the best out of them all because, you know, you have Crit Razor Leaf, which does tons of damage, right? And with Squirtle, he's kind of the middle road. So a lot of people, when they talk about, you know, the best starters to choose, a lot of people say Bulbasaur's the easy mode, right? Well, I agree in a sense that, yes, he's the easy mode, but not for the reason that people say. People usually say because of the fact that you have the first two gym leaders being weak to grass, right? But that's not the only reason. It's also just because of the fact that it just gets better moves. Well, in Gen 2, of course, Razor Leaf got a massive debuff. Squirtle's in the middle. That's interesting. No, I don't. Huh. For some reason, Bulbasaur's last. I always thought it was in order. I thought it was always like grass on the left, fire in the middle, and then water at the end. Okay. I'm just gonna pick Charmander, I guess. For blue, I'm gonna do Blastoise. And in yellow, actually, I'm gonna have Pikachu and Venusaur. I think that's what I'm gonna do. This Pokemon is really energetic. Charmander. And besides, you know, I'm not gonna give a nickname. Besides, the thing is that, in... What was I gonna say? Hold on. I lost my thought process there. Hold on. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll take this one then. Of course, Squirtle. My Pokemon looks a lot stronger. If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can fight against it. And of course the rival battle. Wait, Red, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. What a classic theme. And this theme actually is pretty long. I've always figured, like, why does it never get repetitive? You know, even like when I played this a long time ago, I never found this theme to be repetitive because, well, it plays for a considerable amount of time, actually. Am I gonna lose here? I guess I am if I'm not gonna use the potion. Of course, he gets a critical hit. Can I get one? Of course I can, even though I have the higher speed stat. Defense failed, that doesn't really mean anything unless you don't get a crit. Yeah, what about that actually? Why does it inexplicably fail? Is that just a trainer thing? Well, I'm gonna use my potion, I guess. I have to, I just want to get my level. It's wasting its time, you should have tackled there. Critical hit, yeah, of course you give me the critical hit at the point it matters least. Okay, level 6. Red defeated blue. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Pokemon. Yeah, okay, sure. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Red, Gramps, smell you later. I love this theme. Red, raise your young Pokemon by making it fight. Yeah, same dialogue. Okay, same dialogue. Alright, let's begin. This is going to be our adventure. And in terms of my team, I haven't completely decided on that yet, but I do have a general feel for it at least. You know, I think I've half my team down. And by the way I play Pokemon, basically every single Pokemon that I see that I haven't caught yet, I'm catching it. That's just how I play Pokemon. And I know it does definitely seem like a bit of a waste of time, but I don't know, I just like catching Pokemon that I haven't caught yet, you know? Okay. Rattata fainted. Hi, I work at Pokemon Mart. It is a convenience shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. Red God Potion. Nice. We also carry Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. Too bad I can't get that until I get delivered the parcel, I believe. That's nice. See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary, but can you jump? But you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. Pidgey? Yep. In terms of grinding, by the way, I think I'm just gonna do that off screen, and I'm just gonna very shortly recap what I've done, you know? Like what changes have occurred between grinding. Alright, cool. Level 7. I would definitely need to catch a Pokemon before Brock, because otherwise it's just gonna be a massive pain. I guess not that much of a pain, because I could just spam Ember. Sweet. Let me actually see, did I miss something here? Nobody? Okay. I love this track. It's just very fun, you know. Very simple, very sweet. Oh yeah, wait a minute. I did notice a slight color change. I guess I'm not playing it in monochrome. Oh well. Trainer tips. The battle moves of Pokemon are limited by their power points, PP. To replenish PP, rest your tired Pokemon at a Pokemon Center. Poke. Heal your Pokemon Center. I'm pretty sure this is something different, right? In the Japanese, yeah, and I know that this says shop in the Japanese. I don't know why they changed that in the first place. All your item needs fulfilled. Pokemon Mart. Heal your Pokemon Center. Pokemon Centers heal your tired, hurt, or fainted Pokemon. There's a Pokemon Center in every town ahead. They don't charge any money either. Is it every town? Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. You can use that PC in the corner. The receptionist told me. So kind. I'm not gonna look at the PC now though. Don't have any Pokemon. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. We heal your Pokemon back to perfect health. Shall we heal your Pokemon? Sure. Okay, we'll need your Pokemon. Of course. Thank you, your Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to see you again. Alright, sweet. You want to know about the two kinds of Caterpillar Pokemon? Sure. Caterpie has no poison, but Weedle does. Watch out for its poison sting. And what if I say no? Oh, okay then. I feel kind of like a jerk for that. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. The coffee guy, right? Yep, yeah. Come on, man. It's just so silly to censor it to coffee, man. Why couldn't you have just... If you wanted to censor it to anything, make it something make more sense? I don't know. Like something along the lines of, oh, I'm sick or whatever, you know? It would explain why he's laying on the ground outside. Viridian City, the eternally green paradise. Like, come on, it's coffee, dude? You can't go through here. This is private property. Oh, Grandpa, don't be so mean. He hasn't had his coffee yet. Yeah, okay. Come on. Like, it makes sense to be so agitated and just mean about it. You know, if you just are sick and you're grumpy, like, you know, being grumpy while you're sick makes sense. Speary, tweet. My daddy loves Pokemon too. Coming up with nicknames is fun, but hard. Simple names are the easiest to remember. Spearow. Name, Speary. And still the town map, okay. Oh, wait a second, actually. Were you able to pick up the town map immediately after you got the Pokemon, or was it after you deliver his parcel? Oak's parcel. You can't interact with the window. Would be nice, actually. Imagine if there was like a hidden pathway here. And you get like a super potion that's early on. There's the gym.